What is one country that you will never visit again? Syria. I went before the civil war and it was honestly one of the loveliest places I've ever been, with super nice friendly people. Add to that the food is amazing. It would break my heart to see some of the places now. South Africa. Some random truck rolled up outside of our hotel and got in a shootout for no apparent reason. I walked out after the shooting to see around 7 people dead or at least injured, including our tour guide. Chad. Definitely NTHE most depressing country I have ever been to. I want visit my own country if I could GTFO of it. Iran. Edit. People think that I don't like Iran, or I hate it or whatever. Which is totally wrong. I love Iran. My main concern is about economy problems and political issues that made people suffer. Everyone deserves a decent life. I wish Iran was in a state that no one would think of leaving, and instead would work hard to restore its power and make it great again, which is hard. At the rate it's going, South Africa. Backpacked around in 2009, from Cape Town to Joburg, and just loved it. Legit my favorite country I traveled in, because it is so diverse in nature, people, just about every way. But as things get more dangerous, I'm just not sure if I'll ever get back there. Seeing footage of the riots right now breaks my heart. If anyone from South Africa is reading this, by the way, I wish you all the best and hope you stay safe. Egypt. I made the mistake of going to a store on my own, dressed in a long-sleeved dress. The owner approached me, and started massaging my neck with a fragrant oil. I escaped and on the street, all men were laughing at me. Apparently I was wearing a scent that only prostitutes wear. Or so they told me. I was assaulted and ridiculed. I was staying at a 5-hotel, where a cleaner, male, took down my curtains. There were guys standing outside of my room after dark, waving at me and my friend, and laughing. Haiti. Went on a medical mission. One day was spent at the beach. We got caught in the middle of a protest. I was groped. Several other people were punched. It was terrifying. They only stopped when one of our translators yelled that we were medical workers. We only ended up spending 1 hour at the beach so we wouldn't end up driving back through the same area at night. When we reached that area it was clear of people. A few overturned vehicles were on fire. A UN detail was hanging out in a big armored vehicle with a very large gun on top. I can't imagine how awful it must be now with all of the civil unrest. Egypt. Honestly, I didn't like the vibe from the locals. Afghanistan. Don't think I need to elaborate. Dubai. While interesting, it's really just a total ripoff of Western culture. I flew 12 hours from NYC only to be surrounded by Cheesecake Factory, Wendy's, California Pizza Kitchen, etc. No real culture. Cambodia. But only because I was mugged in Phnom Penh. Yugoslavia. Loved my time there, but it no longer exists. Egypt. Nice place, some great things to see, but the fucking street vendors are just horrible bastards. Pounce on you as soon as you get off the coach, trying to put shit on you. Some fucker literally tried to take the wallet out of my shorts pocket. Not pickpocketing. Brazen with me stood looking at him. I lost my shit at this point and was quickly surrounded by about 10 of the fuckers. I fancied my chances to be honest, but not fucking worth getting stabbed or getting locked up in a shithole jail. Edit. Typos. Laos. My family is from there. My mom's side is problematic, abuse of all kinds, narcissism, etc. My dad's side went through my bags and luggage trying to steal stuff. I am sad because I'm a first-generation Asian American and I have no family in the States either that I can count on. I have no family in my immediate family. Everything is dysfunctional. This went down a weird road. Sorry. Scrolling down till I see my country. After reading this, what the hell is wrong with Egypt? Monaco. Wasn't that interesting? The buildings are really ugly for how rich it is. The views are pretty though, so I'd recommend the bus from Nice. Venezuela. I visited my extended family there, near Caracas, as a young child and had an amazing time. But things there have really gone south since then. Pretty much all my family members that were there have left for obvious reasons. Egypt's tourism industry will never recover from this question. South Africa, beautiful place but the crime is horrible. Someone tried to kidnap me when I was 9. What is an item you think should be free? Parking at the hospital. Brittany. School lunch. It's terrible food and actually puts some people into debt. If you actually have to eat it and can't afford to bring your own, you probably can't afford that either. Public bathrooms. Period products, contraception. Insulin. Water. Companies like Nestlé attempt to privatize it and sell it to you, which causes severe damage to poor nations. Specifically in Pakistan, Nestlé has taken a lot of water from there in order to force them to buy their own water. Health potions. If I'm willing to go kill those goblins for you, the least you can do is throw some healing potions in to make sure the job gets done. Insulin and albuterol. Government-issued ID cards. Requiring ID to vote but charging money to get the ID is no different than a direct poll tax, which is illegal. Therapy, mental health care. Water. Tampons, pads, some medicine such as insulin, a EpiPen, condoms. All of these things actually help you or prevent you from other diseases. Therefore they should be free and available to everyone. Healthcare. Yes, taxes and stuff, but that's fine. We already have socialized medicine for the military and old people. Why not allow a 30-year-old to have access to routine healthcare without going into debt? Water stairs at Nestlé. Life-saving medication. Medical and dental care. Insulin. Something you cannot live without should be free. Period products and birth control. I realize that this isn't free, and that it should be paid for, but when properly disposing of appliances or electronics is something the consumer has to pay for at the time of disposal, it results in irresponsible dumping and improper disposal. Then it costs more to clean up improperly dumped items and to address the impact of pollution than it would have cost to just have our taxes pay for publicly accessible disposal services for things like electronics and appliances. And by disposal, I include scrap metal recycling and recovery of precious metals and limited resources like lithium and neutralizing and isolating toxic materials. I don't just mean another dump.